that?
I say it was me.
Nickum says,
Come
what
over
was
here.
what?
I thought I heard ool.
He opens a window and he starts fanning. Like, yes, that.
What?
I just say, all right, Vincent, get the fuck over here. We need your help.
Oh, you are here. I could have swore I heard something.
Yep, that was me.
All right.
Follow me.
What is that? Could you explain what I just heard?
That was just me telepathically telling you to come outside.
You know telepathy?
I thought you knew that.
Oh, I can't tell when you're. Have you been doing this the whole time?
Yeah, how do you think I knew what Fedorov
day
was doing
one.
in that building?
I think Lamb might be role playing.
Oh, I was too.
My guy wouldn't
I'm gonna,
know if you were
tell,
talking telepathically.
I'm gonna inform Vincent of our situation and tell him he needs to find this IMP's contract. And if there's one person capable of finding something important in a small area, or yeah,
He says all I know.
nice.
He says all I know is that the guy who one of the guys who was there when I signed it smelled deeply of shit. Deeply of bird shit.
Bird shit.
Oh.
Well, shit. How big is this contract?
He says, well, standard demon contract. Obviously, some clauses I didn't read. Very, very long.
What?
Oh, you cut out there. Very something.
He says, a lot of things. Very long. I don't know exact page.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull out that book thing that I found and be like, does this look like a demon contract to you?
He says, not the original, but I mean, notarized copy, close enough.
So you need me to destroy this contract, or what do you?
He said, destroying a
How do I get
contract
you out
doesn't
of-
get rid of the clause. I just need to find a loophole that lets me help you without violating the original terms of it.
Can I read it?
I was like, yeah. Can anybody read this? I don't really. I just met this guy.
Oh, I can read it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
All right.
Hand me that shit.
Okay,
Vincent.
it's probably
I mean,
like 50 pages of tiny font, but
yeah.
it
doesn't. Good luck.
as you look at it, the pictures kind of form a meaning in your mind. But it seems like it's incredibly complicated legalese speak.
Oh, shit.
He says, seriously, let me out and I will read the contract. And if you are displeased, just kill me. Anything is better than spending an eternity in here drawing these stupid pictures.
Why can't you just read it through the bars?
He says, I can't even move my head. But it's all I can do to strain my eyes to look at you from here. Very, very strictly, all I'm allowed to do is paint the pictures of my sketchbook.
All right. I say we. Well, hold on. Something's probably shit. Okay. Can I ask him about? Was it just the bird man who was there, or who else was there? Who? You keep talking, or I've heard you talk about your master.
He says, "Oh, my master. Well, masters,
Or
I guess.
who's the master of the who holds the contract?
He says the concerned parties are the demonic firm Brimstone, Hellfire, and Sulfur, a subsidiary of Beelzebub Incorporated, a 6th level of hell subsidiary.
Oh, cool.
And there was
hell is just full of lawyers. I get it.
He says, and on the mortal side of the contract, there was a man in very shiny armor. I think he goes by Norman, and there was a strange man with a widow's peak haircut. Very stylish in hell, but I don't think it's so stylish here. And you met the guy with the whip.
So the sheriff made a deal with the devil, it sounds like.
Did you? My God, this is so hard. Because I fucking know who it is. Okay. You know what? If we killed the guys who were imprisoning you, obviously they weren't any. I think we should give him the book, and he could probably help us.
He says, "I'll do more than help. Trust me."
Yeah, this guy's trapped in a cage, and he's basically a printing press. He doesn't seem very thrilled to be here.
Well, you also know that demons in general, but especially imps, in addition to not having creativity of their own, do not have free will. So
Okay.
he can't take the initiative to sort of lie to you like this.
Escape and shit. Okay. Sounds good.
He's very strictly bound to the terms of whatever contract he has.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna ready up Hellish Rebuke in case he attacks us anyway, but yeah, let's let him out of his little cage.
As you go to let him out, Arik kind of cocks back his hammer and he says, "I've dealt with creatures like this before. One false move and I will flatten it."
It's okay, Arik. He speaks my language. I know he won't hurt us. Alright, and then I let him out.
Okay, all right. So you open the cage, and when you do, there's like a pulse of blue light, and the runes that are carved into the outside of the cage kind of fade. And he throws down his paintbrushes, and the not easel, but the thing that has all of his paints on it, being held by his tail, he kind of flings that to the ground and grabs his sketchbook and he says, "Here you go. It's all here. Anything you want to know about this operation?" And he says, "All right. Now, what can I do for you?"
Alright, who's the shiny man?
He says,
Norman.
Shiny man. That must be the guy in the tacky white gold armor. They called him Norman.
He seemed to be in control of these bandits.
Seems like it. I guess I didn't get too intimately familiar with most of the people here. The only people I ever really dealt with were this Norman, his friend who brought the contract, and of course the guy with the whip. I got very, very familiar with the guy with the whip.
I can't remember what the guy with the whip.
Yep.
He made some interesting comments about the master whom he served. Did he serve the widow peak man?
He says, "Yeah, I think so. I don't think it was the guy in the gold armor. They didn't seem like they were like they really knew each other. And whenever he came poking around, or whenever he would show up, the guy with the whip would almost talk down to him."
Talk down to Norman.
Yep.
Did we
Was he-
kill a guy with a whip?
Yeah, that was the guy.
That was the
who's
one
now
Blaine obliterated.
a greasy smear. The one with the strange logo on his robes that Uhl found.
It was an eye over 7 blown out candles,
Yep.
if you were wondering. I wrote that one down.
Okay.
just so you know. All right. How about you go ahead and write us up a contract there, little buddy?
He says, "All right, that I can do." And he grabs a piece of paper and he seems to produce a black feathered quill out of nowhere, and he stabs it into his skin and he starts writing a contract in blood.
Jesus Christ.
And
I look over at Arik and sort of like, what the fuck's happening here?
he says, "Don't worry, not Arik, the demon says, don't worry, that's just how we do it. That's how you know we mean it."
I'm also gonna shuffle back towards BB.
Okay.
I'm not, I'm gonna maybe like kind of hide behind just half of him,
Okay.
but I'm gonna pretend like, I don't know, like I'm just hanging out.
What's BB's reaction to all this, by the way?
BB doesn't like the imp, but he doesn't want to go against the group.
Okay, well I'm gonna put my hand reassuringly on BB's shoulder, completely forgetting that he's probably covered in his own filth.
And the filth of the people he killed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all are covered in that filth. Like,
It's
everyone
like when
within
you
a
go to
300-foot
SeaWorld.
radius.
You were in the splash zone.
Like Gallagher.
So his hands move like lightning, and he scribbles on this document really quickly, and he keeps referring back to the one that Vincent gave him. This what seems to be a notarized copy of whatever contract he's currently bound to. He says, "Yep, all right, I think that should do it." And he gives it to Ool to read.
Yeah, read it out loud.
Sure, yeah, let me read that out loud, Andy.
You look at it and you actually notice that it doesn't use any super complicated legal speak. Probably as a show of goodwill. He knows that
Perfect.
you're not lawyers and you probably wouldn't understand his mumbo jumbo.
I'm a solicitor.
Okay, if you want to, well, it's written in a demonic language.
I'm not a solicitor, but I can pretend to be one.
But it basically it just says I owe you one free legal consultation on a contract of your choice. And he says,
That's not very good.
he says, I honestly I don't know what else I can do.
Well, what was that big thing that you promised us before we let you out?
That I would help you in any way I can. An IOU from an imp.
Oh,
Legal
okay.
services.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
This is what the contract that I've given you is something most mortals would literally pay their soul for.
All right, we'll take it.
Are you more of a legal aid?
Are you a lawyer or are you a paralegal?
It says, do you know what the life cycle of a demon is like?
Not really.
Really fun.
You have to spend 1,000 years as a goop larva of bones and teeth and flesh before you're ever given the opportunity to shape yourself into a real demon. And I've been reading case law since I've been a larva.
Sweet.
Yeah, but I notice what's your name?
He says
We
it's
never asked.
Zazach the Imp.
Zazach?
Yep. And he says,
Okay.
you should trust me, if only because I just told you my name. Knowing a demon's name is a very powerful tool.
Sounds like it. How do we summon you?
He says,
Is it in
well,
the contract?
if I wasn't bound to the mortal plane, you would just have to say my name 3 times. But since that doesn't seem to be an option until my original contract is null and void, find me?
Why don't
Okay.
you just come with us?